This week the positions were in perfect order. We still held Rzhev. That was all there was to say about our successes. We held the city, the grave for thousands of guys from Dusseldorf, Stettin, Munich, Silesia, Hamburg, Dortmund, Berlin, Cologne, and dozens of other cities. We did not remember what it looked like, so distant and unreal, the homeland. No, of course, there was still good news, such as the promise that we would find a new company medic to replace the one killed last week. We ran out of communication wire spools, which meant that for a while we would stop losing our communicators crawling along the front lines every day. The good news was that the recruits from the day before yesterday were not all outnumbered, and there were at least 5 left alive, which gave at least one of them a chance to gain experience and survive. My leg, which had been pierced by a Russian bayonet a few days before, did not smell like cheese and there were no worms in the wound, so there was a chance that there was no blood contamination and the wound would heal. You just have to change the bandages regularly. So I trade bandages for cigarettes from the soldiers in my company. We're running out of tobacco, and we need bandages every day. Rzhev is not a place where you can get into a rear hospital so easily. Here a bayonet to the leg is such a scratch, nothing. I remember this hand-to-hand fight, from a number of others, it sticks in my memory. No, not because of the wound, and not because of the Russian bayonet. I finished that, Ivan, myself. It made me angry and furious. I wrapped my arms around his neck and didn't let him go until he was dead. I remembered another Russian soldier, the one who killed Dietrich Kummen, one of our veteran old-timers, with his bare hands. Dietrich had been floundering in those trenches for almost 8 months, which was unthinkable. I thought he would outlive us all, but practice showed that everyone dies. I saw this Russian in hand-to-hand combat. He was breaking bones like matches. They called it Sambo. Dietrich rushed at him with a knife, deftly dodged him, grabbed his supporting leg, knocked him down and broke our veteran's neck. Within seconds this Russian had broken and dislocated several arms and dislocated numerous joints before he was stopped by a bullet. It cost us dearly, considering that not all of the broken ones deserved to be sent to the rear, and the maimed fighters had to continue to hold their ground at the front. I became interested in this kind of martial arts and started practicing it after the war, first in the GDR, and then I found a Russian emigrant teacher who had his own Sambo school in France. The acquired skills once saved my life, but already in the post-war period. To this day I believe that Russian Sambo is one of the most effective types of wrestling, which has proved that it can be a formidable weapon and means of defense in wartime and a sport in peacetime. Probably Russian wrestling is the only good thing I learned and took out of the hellish trenches near Rzhev.